G'day viewers. Here we are again today, Sunday the 28th of January. It's been quite an active week. Sorry that we only got the last post up to you yesterday, and more than likely a lot of you have probably given up on the blog site, but perhaps if we try and be a bit more consistent, that might help that. But it's been a pretty good weekend, been a lot happening. Australia Day long weekend, normal week with a short week, and well, that's about it. We're both well, we're both hanging in there, enjoying the place.
We had a storm tonight.
We had a storm tonight, which was so good. More rain here at North Bourke than I think I've seen the whole time we've been here.
Yeah.
Although we've had some rainstorms, but not like this one. It was good.
We had one the night before, but Bourke didn't get it, which were only 7 k's difference. But
Yeah.
we got rain and Bourke didn't, which was interesting. But
But I reckon today they would have
got
got
more.
Yeah.
Oh, they would have got this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's much cooler out there.
Yeah, it's
nice.
actually, we've only just shut the windows and doors up because, you know, the heat's starting to build up a little bit.
The humidity a bit more too.
Yeah, the humidity a bit more, probably more than the heat. 24 outside apparently, which is just staggering.
Cold for Bourke.
Yeah, like 20 degrees below what we'd expect.
Yeah.
But there you have it. And so it has been Australia Day weekend this week. Today has been fairly laid back. We did church this morning.
Yeah. I pretty much haven't done anything for the rest of the day really. Taking it easy.
Yeah, taking it easy,
Done
resting.
some internet shopping.
Oh yeah, did some
course.
internet shopping.
The favourite pastime of Bourke apparently, internet shopping.
Yeah, and you can sort of understand that, as long as I'm hoping the stuff that I've ordered comes and arrives, because I've used Sue's work PO box. So I'm just hoping that that all works out okay, as you do now that you've used the same thing.
Yeah.
And so today is Sunday. Saturday, we had an interesting day, a fun day. We rode our push bikes from North Bourke into town proper, and that was a 7 kilometre ride there and a 7 kilometre ride back.
So a Dried Creek bed.
Yeah, Dried
Basically.
Creek bed. And Sue has taken a photo of that. Don't know how
Yeah.
we're going to get that up
I
there.
can put that out there.
And we only got one flat tyre.
Which was the, what are they called? Not farmers.
Cat heads.
Cat heads.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're savage. You know, it's sort of a bit surprising, really. We only got one flat tyre.
Luckily we got back before it went flat.
That is
So,
the amazing thing.
yeah.
We rode there, we rode back, and it wasn't until I went to put the bikes away some hours later that I realised Sue's front tyre was flat. And it wasn't flat when we got back, so it was a slow leak. And I found the culprit, and it was, one of the cat head thorns.
So one of the shopping things was the goo to put inside the tyres.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing next. We're going to try the Joe's tyre
Goo, I think.
goo or slime or something like that. And that's supposed to be the cure-all for thorns in your tyres. So...
And then what did we do? Oh, so Australia Day, we...
Did we do anything else on Saturday? Or was that it?
What was it?
No, I think we went to Queensland on Saturday.
Oh yeah, we went to Queensland on Saturday.
Yes, slight thing to forget to mention. But we did. So we went to Queensland because it's only just up the road. And we were planning to have lunch at Tattersalls Pub.
Which is the last pub in New South Wales.
Last pub in
this
New South
way.
Wales, and just south of the New South Wales-Queensland border. And we drove past, but it'd actually been burnt to the ground just before Christmas, which we didn't know until we drove past. And so the previous owner, apparently her name was Mary, and apparently someone's bought the pub off her, and now it's burnt down. So that's interesting.
Apparently Mary was quite a character too.
Yeah. So owning a pub that far from anywhere, you probably would be a bit of a character. Anyway, that was Saturday. Then we come to
Australia Day, which is the day
Australia
before.
Day. Yeah, which is Friday. And Australia Day, we went... Did we do anything before the ceremony?
No.
No, okay. So Australia Day, we went to the Australia Day ceremony out at the
Wharf. The
Burke,
wharf.
the wharf
At Burke.
yeah, Port Burke or Burke Port. Anyway, it's the wharf. And, you know, they did all the stuff there and they handed the awards out and we sang the national anthem and the flag went up and all that sort of stuff happened. And then, which was nice, it was good.
And you could hardly hear anything for the corellas squawking in the trees.
Yeah, that was quite humorous, really. In spite of the guy trying to drive the PA system, the Corellas won. And then we went to Diggers for
Brunch.
Now,
With some
Diggers
friends.
is a great little place. It used to be the RSL club, but I think it's sort of like been notched back one notch, and now it's just called Diggers. And you know, it's good for morning coffee, brunch, lunch. You can have dinners there. It's it's licensed, so it's a pretty cool place.
Well, you can't have dinners at the moment generally because it's closed for January because the chef's on holidays, which is happens in a few places in Perth.
Yeah, and as it transpires, the owners of Diggers also own the place where we're staying. So if you want to go and do business with Backer Burke Motels, which is where we are staying, you go into town at Diggers, and they've got this special little counter, which is the Backer Burke registration counter, which I think is quite humorous. But anyway, that was that. And then after brunch, we came home. There must have been more.
We drove to Brewarrina.
Well, that's right, yes. Then we drove to Brewarrina, where we went and had a look at the Aboriginal fish traps.
Yep.
Which is a bunch of stones which catch the fish as they come upstream.
Yeah, and it's one of the most ancient evidence of Aboriginal people making a difference to the environment, building it, and it was a big meeting area.
So I didn't know that. There you go. Then, when we came back from Brewarrina, we decided we'd have ourselves an ice cream. And as we were sitting in the car with the air conditioning on full at one of the service stations in Burke, a truck went past with hay in it. And then another truck went past with hay in it. And that one had Australian flags on it. And then a whole pile of trucks went past with hay on them. And we found ourselves looking at the hay run that they do from South Australia up to North Queensland to give hay to the people, to the farmers that need it. And I thought that the convoy had finished, so I jumped in and started driving home, only to find out that actually we were right in the middle of the convoy. So then we had to pull off the road again, and then you will see on the blog posted before this one a terrible video, direct raw footage from my phone. I have no idea what YouTube did to it, but you get the idea. You know, lots of hay trucks going past. So
and honking their horns.
Honking the horns.
Yeah,
Sue was doing the big wave, and so you're really excited about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Go for it.
We spoke to one of the guys and he said there's about 150 trucks involved in the convoy, and they have a bit of a party when they get there, and then we saw them again, some of the trucks empty, heading home today. So.
Yeah. And they weren't tooting their horns for some reason.
I think they were over it, just driving home. And then, that night...
We did our first grocery shop.
No, we didn't.
No, of course not.
Oh dear. You can't believe we actually rehearsed this. That night we went to Diggers for a Nepalese meal.
Nepalese. Yeah.
The owners are Nepalese, and I think they had some visitors or something, so they decided it was easier, because the chef's still on holidays, to do a Nepalese meal. So it was just basically curry, and either chicken curry or vegetable curry and rice and papadums. And we went with our friends again, the same ones that we had brunch with. And it was very quiet, and then all of a sudden all these people turned up and it was very busy. And we also
Tracy got the timing right.
Tracy from the Riverside Motel joined us as well. So,
yeah.
So it was a very social day.
It was a social day, and I chatted with there's the guy and the girl at the Diggers
that managed the place.
Yeah, and I said, do you own the place? No, we wish we owned it. And then I said, so you manage the place? And the guy sort of looked a bit funny, and he looked at the girl, and she actually manages the place, and he's only just recently joined the team.
That's why she manages it.
Yeah, and she's really, really good. In fact, I commented to Sue a little while ago that You could see how good she was. She'd come into the restaurant area, she'd deliver a meal, she'd walk across the table, sort some chairs out, pick up some, finished plates and stuff, and then walk back to into the kitchen. And just this sweep of efficiency. And then she'd take some coffees or something outside and turn the TV on or off out there and adjust some seats and pick up some more stuff and come back in. And I said to her, you just can't get good help like that. Obviously she's just on the money. And if she's the manager, well, it sort of makes sense. She's invested and does a really good job. And it was really nice food. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, mine was a bit small, sort of size, but yeah, it was nice.
And mine wasn't much bigger, but for me, when I'd eaten that with the rice and the papadum, I thought to myself, I could eat more, but a little while later I thought, no, I was actually full. So yeah, it was nice.
So our week's just been a normal week. David's been doing morning prayer at 8:30 in the morning, so he drops me off at work, goes to morning prayer with John, then gets the coffee from
Does
Diggers.
the coffee run? Yep.
And then drops the coffee off at work at my place, and then picks me up after work, and we all go to evening prayer at church, and Dee, John's wife, joins us as well, and then we come home. So that's pretty much our routine now. Monday night we did our first grocery shopping at... There's two supermarkets in town. There's the IGA and there's the Spar. IGA is bigger, so we went to IGA, and it was interesting. I met about 5 clients, or saw about 5 clients, and which is interesting. And then just not a huge variety of food, and the fruit and veg looked pretty ordinary, but we kind of did what we could, didn't we?
We did. Oh dear. Well, that's probably it.
It is probably it.
So I guess we'll say good night.
These people enough.
Yep. Hope you have a good week.
Yeah.
We've had a good week. Hope you have a good week.
The good news is Mum's home, so that's good news.
Yep. Shout out to Brian. Hope everything goes good, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking of you, Brian, when we were shopping, because everyone else has no idea who Brian is, of course. But in IGA, they had Black and Gold brand licorice all sorts.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I thought, Brian reckons they're the best.
They're probably about 3 times the price as they are at Kempsey, but they're there.
Yeah, what can you do? I guess what you can do is not eat.
But Black and Gold lollies, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, take care, everyone.
Okay, God bless,
and
we'll catch up with you.
Bye.
Bye.